Okay, hairy nose camera time. Today I'm going to do a review on a board game for a board game which is based on a sci-fi TV series. Do you have any guesses? Take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. One of the actors that has appeared on the show goes by the name of Mark Sheppard, who has this wonderful Cockney accent. La-di-da, I'm 43, you can't take the sky from me. And yes, you've guessed it, it's that one. Take me out to the back, to the place called the Love Shack. No, I'm joking. As you can probably tell by the title above, we are looking at screaming kids and flower seeds. Grandpa, he smells a pea. So before I go into showing you the gameplay and what I think about it, I need to point out to you that I've only played this as a solo game, as one player, solely as a solo game. Yeah. So you have to bear that in mind. What I'll be showing you is I'll be showing you how the game plays as one player version, and I'll be giving you my thoughts and impressions as a one player version of the game. At the beginning of the game, you'll choose a captain and a ship. And there's lots of captains to choose from, but I've chosen Monty and the Bonanza, so I now have the Monty Bonanza's Firefly Circus, and it's green. You load it with 6 fuel, 2 parts. You start with 3,000 spondoolies and a drive core. You will also pick up 1 mission from each of the mission giving people, and you will choose 3 of these to keep in your hand and discard the others. For the single player, slight things are different. You will choose a goal to accomplish. So you can choose goal number 1, which is the good, which is just doing 5 missions from one of each of the contacts. The bad, which is to end the game with 1,500 spondoolies. And the ugly, which is to misbehave 20 times successfully. You will also have the 20 disgruntled tokens. This is a timing mechanism for the game. And you will also choose 4 crew members from the supply decks, as long as their value does not exceed 1,000. And then you're ready to play the solo version. The board is set up easily like this. You put the Reaver on the Firefly space, you put the Imperial Cruiser on Londinium, and then you can put your ship anywhere that you wish. So I'm going to put mine there. There are 4 actions that you can do in the game: fly, buy, deal, and work. On the solo version of the game, you can do all 4 of these actions no more than once. And whenever you fly, you need to spend a disgruntled token, which obviously, if you fly lots, time will pass and the game will be over. Let's talk about the buy action. Now, the buy action can only be done in 5 places on the board. Each place has its own deck of cards, and that deck of cards at the beginning of the game, you take the top 3 and make a discard pile. So, whenever you are at a place like Silverhold, which does mainly guns but has crew and upgrades as well for your ship, you can then consider 3 items for purchase. So you take the discard pile. You look through them, you go, okay, I'm going to take that. That's 1. I still need another 2, so you draw from the draw deck 2 more cards. And that's the 3 cards that you get to consider. And then you purchase whatever you need. The deal action is pretty much like the buy action. Whenever you arrive in one of the 5 places on the board where you can deal with a contact, you take the discarded pile, you look through them, you consider a job, or 2 jobs, or all 3 of them, and put the rest back into the discard, and you draw up if you've done less. And then you choose whatever jobs that you would wish to do. And your hand size for jobs can only be 3. Let's talk about the work action. Now, the work action can be done in 2 ways. If you stop on a space where there's a planet, you can try and find work, which means that you haven't got a contract to do work there, but you can work there anyway and just pick up 200 spondoolies. Or if you are at a location which matches a deal, a job that you have, you then can do that job there. So I'm at no, that's the wrong planet. There you go. I'm at Harvest, which it says go to Harvest in the Red Suns. Okay, to pick up 3 cargo. Now I need a crew which can pick that up, and they need to have 2 guns and 1 speech. So I will send Monty and I will send Yolanda. So therefore I can then pick up the 3 cargo, load them onto my ship, and then go to the next destination. When I get to my destination, okay, I send my crew again away to do the work action. So I will use Monty again and Yolanda because they fill the needs of the job. And then I get paid after I get rid of the 3 cargo. And I get that amount. Okay? The only thing now is I have to pay my crew. Every time you finish a job, you have to pay the crew the amount that they are worth. Most of the jobs are picking up something somewhere and dropping it off somewhere else. But some of them are naughty ones, and they will make your crew unhappy, especially the moral crew, like Wash here. If he does that job, he will gain a disgruntled token. If he gets a second, he leaves the ship, and you've lost that person. And they go back in the discard deck, and someone else can pick him up. Now, this is slightly different. You just got to go to a planet and be naughty and then cover your tracks. So, if I was at this planet, I would pick my crew. So I'd pick Monty, Yolanda, Wash and Jane, because you never know what kind of trouble you're going to get into. And I have to complete 2 misbehaving cards. So I take 1 misbehaving card. Now, let's have a look. Ooh, money talks. I need to bribe, or I can do a gunfight. Now, basically, all you have to do is get a roll higher than the number there to proceed, or to proceed there. So I'm going to go for the guns a-blazing. So I need 8 or more. Monty has 2. Jane has 2. So that's 4 in total. You roll a dice. You add that to your total. So I got 6. So one of my crew gets killed. After you do 2 of these successfully, you then got to cover your tracks, and it's pretty much the same. So again, I've got 2 with Yolanda, 1 with Wash if he was still alive. He probably died. Roll the dice again, and you add it all together and see if you succeed or you fail to get paid. There are some bonuses as well. So like, if I send Monty away to do this job, he gets plus 300. But remember, every time you do a job, you have to pay your crew the amount that they cost at the beginning of the game. And the last action you can do is fly. Now this comes in 2 flavours. You have mosey, which just means that you move from one space to the next. And obviously you spend a disgruntled token. Or there is burn. And the burn depends on your core drive, or your drive core even. I'm talking French backwards. So, I can move 5 spaces. I'd have to spend 1 fuel, and then I can move 5 spaces. But every time I move a space, I must pick a card. If I'm in the blue sector here, I must take a card from the Alliance space. You turn it over, and most of the time it will say keep flying. But some of them will give you other things as well. So like, it will help move the Imperial Cruiser, or it may bring them on you, or there might be some cargo on a debris ship that you could raid. The same is the same for whenever you move into a yellow space. There is a Borderlands space deck, which is in reference to the reverse, and again there's some cargo and booty to be nicked, which is lovely. But every space, you can move up to 5 spaces, you have to encounter one of these encounter cards, so to speak. So there you go, there's a brief overview of how a 1-player game works. I haven't gone into detail of some rules, and there's some rules that I've missed out, like when you have a warrant on you, and the Imperial Cruiser arrives on your space, you have to pay fines, have your goods confiscated from you, things like that. But before I give you my impression of the game, you're probably asking yourself, well, are you a fan of the game? But a fan of the show? Do you love Farscape? Firefly? Oh, la 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 la. Well, let me respond. I have the series. I have the film. And they're very, very good. It would have been my favourite TV show, science fiction, ever in the world, if it had continued. But unfortunately it got cancelled. Therefore, my number one space is still... This is a close second, but my number one space is... I'll show you later what my number one space is. This will confirm that I am a fan of the show. Shiny, huh? And we haven't even seen this guy in the game yet. So where is he? The expansion? So yes, I'm a fan of the show. I love the show. It's excellent. Is the game excellent? So, summing up for future Firefly. Firefly is a board game that everybody should demand a second edition. This game is good, but there is something missing. The mechanics are solid. Pick up and deliver. There's a lot of card manipulation. You know, you pick up some crew, you equip the crew with some equipment, you got a card which is a mission, you have an encounter. It's all cards, and it's a lot of luck with the cards and the dice. The mechanics are good. It does feel like the theme has just been draped on top. When it was announced that there was going to be a Firefly, the board game, obviously there was a hell of a lot of interest. And the game kind of feels like it was pushed out too quickly. The rule book is about as clear as my overview of the game. So if you want to watch it, don't use my video as a watch it played video. Okay, there were things that I missed. Much like the rule book, it missed a few things. Like when you finish a mission, you become solid with the contact, which gives you a little special power. But it doesn't tell you what this is. Board Game Geek has been alight with questions about some of the rules. Some of them are very simple to figure out, but some of them are like, what the hell is that? Just, it has been astounding. So the rulebook is a little incomplete. The artwork is good. It doesn't feel like it's the Firefly universe to me. The money definitely feels like it's the Firefly universe, which is wonderful. The problem is the money is finicky as a component. It looks nice, it feels nice, but sometimes when you're distributing it, some of it gets stuck together, so you're actually giving more than you should. The other components are really nice. The dice is lovely. The quality of the card is good. The cards are nice. The ships are nice. They're not brilliant, but they're nice. They work. As I said, there's a lot of luck in the game. And sometimes when I've played, I've had a run of really bad luck. Luck of the cards, luck of the dice, and the mission just kind of... Then I've had the flip side of that, where it's been a run of good luck, and every card that I get is a good card, and every roll of the dice is good, and the game feels... When the game comes into its element is when you have this mix of good luck and bad luck. When it plays like that, I actually do feel like I am Malcolm Reynolds. You do a mission, you get some money, you pay your crew, you're happy, you do another mission, yeah, it's fine. Then you have an encounter, or you fail a mission, you bodge a mission, you get a warrant, and it's like, oh God, what am I going to do to get rid of this warrant? And then you're running low on fuel, and then you have to buy some fuel, but you've got no money, so you need to do a job. Should you do an easy legal job to get a little bit of money, because you still got to pay your crew? Or should you do an illegal job, which will make someone unhappy and maybe leave your crew, but you'll get lots of money so you can buy fuel? It's when it's like that, the game feels like Firefly. You feel like the captain of a Firefly. So to quickly finish up, the game is good. If you're a Firefly fan, Firefly fan, you've probably already got this game, and it will appeal to you. If it had flavoured text on the cards, a lot more flavoured text, there's a little bit on there, I think it would appeal to a lot of other gamers as well. But being as it may, it's a good game. best TV sci-fi show ever.